Ethan had always been the perfect husband, or at least that's what everyone thought. He was successful, charming, and devoted to his wife, Claire. They had been married for 7 years, built a beautiful home together, and had a picture-perfect life. But pictures could lie. On the surface, Claire was the perfect wife, supportive, kind, and loving. Yet something in their marriage had shifted over time. The passion they once had faded, replaced by routine conversations and predictable schedules. Claire often found herself alone at night, waiting for Ethan to return from work. Then came Lily. She was different, young, vibrant, and full of life. She had joined Ethan's company as a marketing executive, and from the moment he met her, he was drawn to her energy. Their interactions started innocently, casual meetings, late-night brainstorming sessions, but the tension between them was undeniable. One evening, after an exhausting meeting, Lily lingered as Ethan packed his things. "You look tired," she said softly, her eyes filled with concern. Ethan chuckled, rubbing the back of his neck. "Yeah, long day." "You should take a break sometimes," she suggested, her gaze holding his for a moment too long. That was the moment he knew he was in trouble. It started with small things, a lingering touch, secret smiles exchanged across the office. But soon, Ethan found himself making excuses to spend more time with Lily. He started coming home later, telling Claire he had more work than usual. The first time it happened, it was almost an accident. A company retreat, too much wine, and a hotel room that suddenly felt too small. Their lips met in the heat of the moment, and neither of them pulled away. The guilt should have stopped him, but instead, it fueled his desire for more. Lily made him feel alive again. With her, he wasn't. Just a husband burdened by responsibility, he was a man desired, wanted. Their secret meetings became more frequent, their stolen moments more intense. Yet, deep down, Ethan knew he was playing with fire. One night, as he lay next to Claire in bed, her fingers brushed against his arm. "You've been distant lately," she whispered. He swallowed, forcing a smile. "Work's been stressful." She studied him for a long moment before nodding. "I miss you." Guilt clawed at his chest, but he pushed it away. He could keep his two lives separate. He had to. Claire wasn't a fool. She noticed the cologne on Ethan's shirts that wasn't hers, the way he flinched when she touched his phone. The late nights, the missed calls, the unspoken words between them. She started watching him more closely, piecing together the puzzle. It didn't take long before she found the text messages, short, cryptic, but damning. Her heart pounded as she read them. "I can't stop thinking about last night. When can I see you again?" A hollow numbness spread through her. She wanted to scream, to throw his phone across the room, but instead, she sat in silence, absorbing the betrayal. That night, she confronted him. "Who is she?" Ethan froze, his face carefully neutral. "What are you talking about?" Claire held up his phone, her hands trembling. "Don't lie to me." There was a beat of silence before he sighed, rubbing his temples. "It's not what you think." "Then tell me what it is." His silence was her answer. Ethan begged for forgiveness, promised it was a mistake, but Claire wasn't sure she could ever look at him the same way again. The trust they had built over years had been shattered in an instant. She left that night, staying at a friend's house. But distance didn't erase the pain. Meanwhile, Lily grew impatient. She wanted more than stolen moments and whispered promises. "Leave her," she demanded. "Be with me." Ethan hesitated. He wanted Lily, but he also wanted his life with Claire. He wanted both, but life doesn't work that way. When Claire returned home, she had made a decision. "I deserve better than this," she told him, her voice breaking. "I loved you with everything I had, and you threw it away." Ethan reached for her, but she stepped back. "Don't." The weight of his choices crashed down on him. He had gambled with his marriage, and he had lost. Days turned into weeks. Claire filed for divorce, and Ethan watched helplessly as his world unraveled. Lily, sensing his heartbreak, began to drift away. She hadn't signed up for a broken man. One evening, he found himself outside Claire's apartment. He knocked, hoping, praying. She opened the door but didn't invite him in. "What do you want, Ethan?" "I made a mistake," he said, his voice raw. "I love you," she smiled sadly. "Love isn't just a word, Ethan. It's a choice, and you made yours." As she closed the door, he realized that some mistakes can never be undone, and some loves, no matter how deep, cannot survive betrayal.